Hello, hello, hello everybody, SkyFactory 2 here with Kryllyk, the one, the only, the master. Wait, no I'm not. The scrub, the noob, the best. Anyways, as you can see, we are basically where we left off. I think I decided on a type of block. Now, based on what I got from a lot of you guys in the episode where I asked about the colors and the different types of blocks and stuff, it seemed like most of you were preferring the ones with contrast and wanted something that looked different to break up the difference between the steps and that. So I decided to go off the charts and I picked out the large rough bricks. I tried the regular bricks as well, and they worked pretty nice, but I felt that they were a little bit too new, a little bit too fancy, a little bit too smooth for what really is supposed to be a Mayan-style building. So, yeah, well, I think this is going to be good. I want to add a few other things to it and stuff like that. It looks a little plain at the moment. I might add some details here and there, and we'll mix it up as we go as well. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of other buildings in this area, so this isn't going to be on its own in the middle of the air like this, right? So we're going to kind of develop a little Mayan-style community and world over there. All right, and slowly remove this one. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. The first things first, I've made a whole bunch of stuff, and I want to just finish up. I was in the process of getting another capacitor bank from over there. So give me one sec. Alrighty, there we go. Vibrant capacitor bank, just like so. Let's go place this bad boy down. As you can see, I apologize for the phone ringing in the background there. My wife's vehicle was making a noise, so we were discussing that a little bit. And boom. Okay, good. So we have 50 million RF. Now, one of the things, don't ignore that. It's okay. One of the things I'd like to point out, I'm testing, okay? Now, don't get mad or anything like that. I'm just seeing what it's like. I'm giving it a quick test on the actual resource pack that comes with this mod. So for those of you that don't know, you can go into your options and resource pack, and they do come with a little resource pack for SkyFactory. Oh, I didn't mean to hit done. It's okay. It's okay. There we go. And it's kind of interesting. Bacon's kind of added his own little flair. We got the bacon for the hunger, blue hearts, armors, kind of just, it's got a little bit of a theme to it. But it's all vanilla textures for the most part. There's a couple other things that are a little bit different. The loot bags or loot crates, for example. You know, so there's some other things that are a little bit different and unique, which are kind of cool. But you know what? Hey, mix it up a little bit. Try it out. Like I said, it's not overly apparent in regards to the amount of textures and all that kind of stuff. So I wasn't worried about keeping it on. So yeah, lots of awesome stuff. This is still a huge issue. This farm is still producing at an amazing clip. And it's become a pretty big issue. It's overflowing like all the time, guys. All the time. And I don't really have a fix for it at the moment. So outside of just putting everything in barrels and sorting it, which I guess that's okay. But I don't really want to do that. I don't really have a fix for it. And that's not what we're here to do today anyways. What we're here to do today is that. Really? Really? Alright. Anyways, some of these carpenter slopes, they get screwed up when I break them. So, I don't know what's going on there. It's a bug. It's definitely a bug. I reported it anyways. But yeah, so lots of cool stuff that we need to get into here today, as I'm running around doing a whole bunch of other things. But as you can see, we still have those 2 other tesseracts. And there's a reason for this, and what we want to jump into is a little bit of auto crafting. So as you see here, we did an auto crafting with the crafters, right? Now, the crafters are amazing blocks. They really are. They're really strong, really powerful, but they do take a ton of power. 125 RF per tick is nothing to scoff at. That's 2 solar panels for one of these things. So definitely taking a ton of power, and that's a bit of a concern. Now this setup's going to work just fine. As you can see, we're set for a while anyways on carpenter's blocks. We have a full barrel. That's pretty good. But what we're going to do is we're going to set up a system to auto craft our hose over there on our magical farms before I move this guy over and change and improve all of those. So anyways, I'm going to get a few things together and we're going to make a few new blocks. Alrighty, so the first block we're going to make is an igneous extruder, which apparently doesn't like being crafted. Alright, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way then. There we go. Igneous extruder. Basic, that's all we need. That's perfect. Basically what this is going to do is it's going to give us an infinite supply of cobblestone. Alright, not unlike this here. This works as well, and we're going to be doing a very cool or fun system with something like that in the near future. But we'll deal with that soon enough. This is just part of the auto crafting thing. The best thing about the igneous extruder, like most cobble gens, requires no power, right? So that is a huge plus. The next items that we need to make are the cyclic assemblers. Now again, mostly the same thing, but we're going to need 3 tin gears, 2 copper gears, and reception coils for all of these. Okay. Alright, there's a little bit more to this guy. Okay, let's get out some iron. I do have more copper in here. A whole bunch more. 90 or so blocks. Excellent. Okay, so we want to make the tin gears first. Of course, it doesn't like the recipe. We'll make 8 for now. You know what? Let's get 4 more. To make 9, because it's 3 per 9 just makes sense. Okay, good. Then for the copper gears, we're gonna need 6, like so. Good. We'll put the rest of that away. We still need the iron. Now we're gonna need, what is it, 3 reception coils. Excellent. Excellent. We might have to get into some auto crafting, guys. We might have to do some auto crafting. And now we need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. With the iron. And 1, 2, 3. Good. Machine frames. Alright. So we should be able to make our first cyclic assembler here. We got the machine frames, we got this and that, and I believe it's 3 chests on top. Cyclic assembler. This guy is from thermal expansion. It does the same thing as the crafter on the other side there, and it crafts items. Now, in the cyclic assembler, you do need a plan to do the crafting. Let's see here. What are they called again? Ah, schematic. That's what they're called. Which is pretty easy. A little bit of lapis with some paper. Alright, so let's get 6 paper, 3 lapis. Lapis and paper. It's going to give us blank schematics. Excellent. So, I think that's all we need. Oh, no, I lied. I need a bucket of lava. Huzzah. Alright, bucket of lava, bucket of water, which I'm not really a big fan of the water texture in this pack. He did change the water texture. Yeah, not a big fan. I like my natural water. Anyways, where are we going to do this? We are going to build this system. Are we going to build it in here? I guess we could, couldn't we? We could just build it right in here. is that going to work? We might be a little restricted if I build it in here. I could build it right down here in the middle, right? Because we're going to have 4 of these farms on each side. So we're going to have a large section in the middle here that's going to be available to us. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll build it in the middle here. We'll do some of the auto processing and all that kind of stuff in the middle. And some of the auto crafting for the crops and whatnot as well. So let me figure this all out here. So first things first, we obviously don't need the water everywhere. So we'll just place down our igneous extruder right there. We're going to keep it on cobblestone because that's all that we need to do. And we're going to supply it, you know what, let's just hold off on that for 1 second. I want to make sure that I set it up properly so that we're good to go. Okay, so that's going to push cobblestone up. Alright, that's good. And we're going to need a cyclic assembler. How are we going to pull that off? Oh, dang, you know what I forgot? We forgot something over here. That's what I forgot. Okay, so one of the things that we do need... He changed crooks? And the watering can. Interesting. Why would you do that? We need the dolly. Okay, so I want to maintain the same sticks barrel here and use it over here now. Okay, because we don't really need the other stuff, we'll just do this. Okay, cyclic assembler. I want the barrel to be beside it. Excellent. Okay, now this cyclic assembler we're going to pick back up. So we're going to have one cyclic assembler right here. It's going to output to the right into the barrel. This guy here is going to be making sticks. Alright, so we need to get ourselves some sticks, or some wood I should say. Do we want to use spruce? You know what, let's just do oak wood for right now. Yeah, okay. Okay, we need that, we need that. And you know what, I'll take some cobble with me just in case. Okay, so first things first, we're going to place in a schematic here. Now, this guy here, right there, you can click on the schematic button. That shows up, right? And you can set yourself a crafting recipe. So by just setting the oak wood planks like so, it's going to tell this cyclic assembler to make sticks. Alright, so bing, 2 plank wood, makes sticks. Pretty straightforward, right? And the other thing is we're going to need to input the oak wood planks. Alright, so I'm going to put another cyclic assembler right on top of this one, like so. And we're going to set the output to the bottom. You know what, let's just do that. And we'll put the input, I don't know where from yet. Maybe on the, you know what, that could be fun. And then another barrel right on top. I like that. It's compact. That's what I like about it. Okay, and this guy, we're going to do a schematic of this to get oak planks, right? And write that schematic. Good. So this guy's going to take oak wood. He's going to process it into wood planks, which is then going to be sent down to here to make sticks, which is then going to be sent into the barrel. I hope that makes sense, because it does. Alright. Now, we have this guy. This guy's going to be making cobblestone. So we need a cyclic assembler right on top of him. We need to make sure that he is accepting from the bottom. So it's going to take cobblestone. But I only want it to be on green. Okay? So the cobblestone's going to fill the top. And this guy is going to be purple. And sticks will fill the bottom. Now, because this recipe for a hoe, a stone hoe, takes the same amount of sticks as it does stone, this will be a perfect balance completely throughout. Alright, that's good. And we'll set up the schematic for this as being a stone hoe. Beautiful. Alright, stone hoe. Excellent. 2 cobblestone, 2 sticks wood. Good. So we have this set up. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to set the output right there on the right side. And what I'm going to do is we're going to set up this up via Tesseract. That's right. We're going to maintain the Tesseract thing. Now, one of the things with Tesseracts is they take 25% power when you're using them for power. But with items or anything like that, there isn't that need, okay? So we're going to go to the configuration. So this is going to be item mode send only. Fluid's going to be blocked. But energy mode is going to be send... No, receive only. Okay. So this is going to be called... Let's see. Ho. That's what we'll call it. And we'll put it on 2. And we're going to save the frequency. And we're going to set the frequency with Ho. Alright? Good. This is blocked anyways. Okay, so this Tesseract is going to be basically an item Tesseract. Right? Pretty straightforward. Not bad at all, right? Not bad at all. Now, we need to get the hose over to the farm, right? That is the next step. Now, I don't think you can set multiple frequencies. No. You can just have one frequency set. So, I'm going to need... I wonder. I could just set it all up on the same one, I guess. Could set it up on main power. Delete this one. Set it up on main power to send items. And then that main power line should also have items in it. Item mode, receive. Okay. I guess there's one way we could try this, right? Let's get this thing fired up. I want to make sure as well that it can pull from the barrel. So I guess this will be, because it's not pulling at the moment, but it doesn't have power. So I guess that's the next thing. We need power. One moment here. There we go. Let's get, let's do 9 and 9. We don't need anything too crazy. Just the simple power conduits will work. The energy conduits here. Do we have binding? You know, there's something else that we really need to make. And I think we're going to this episode as well. Oh wait, I already have some of that. 1, 2. There's definitely another item that I really truly need on me. Alright, give me a minute. Alrighty, there we go. Some energy conduits. Beautiful. More than enough, but should last us a little bit. Okay, so this guy can also then receive energy, right? Because he's set on the main power line. So this should already be getting energy. Beautiful. But what we're going to do is we're going to actually just run power lines across and connect to those guys as well. This guy will just leave as disabled because he's already getting energy directly from the Tesseract as is. And these guys are now getting energy as well. Okay. So, a little bit of energy, not a huge deal. As you can see, we're still gaining. No big deal there. Okay. So, I guess we could try this process, right? So we put in a piece of oak wood. It makes planks. It goes down here. It made sticks, and it appears to have gone into the barrel. Now, here's the test. Is it going to pull from the barrel without any other means? I guess we'll find out here soon enough. All right, so let's do this with this. And basically, 1 lava, 1 water, and this guy should be starting to go on cobblestone. And it should be automatically pushing. Now, already I can see it is not automatically pulling the sticks, all right? Because it would have done so already. So, we'll actually just disable this completely, and we're going to actually put purple in the back now. Now, a simple fix around this is just with some item conduits, which I should have a whole bunch of, and I probably should have grabbed originally. But what we can do is we can just go like so, right there to right there. All right, good. So right here is going to be an insert, and right here is going to be an extract active without signal. All right, good. So we have sticks, we have cobble. And as you can see, it is basically storing the item, right? So as soon as something on the other end needs a hoe. So as you can see, this guy, he got a hoe finally. And we have 2 hoes apparently in there. Not a big deal. It happens. But as it uses it up, it used a good portion of it up already, it will fire another hoe automatically over to it. Okay? Make sense? God, I hope so. Alright, let's put that in there. I don't want it. Okay, so we have sticks. We have this set up basically on an oak wood type process. The only problem is we don't have an oak tree farm, right? That is basically the only issue at this point in time. But what we want to do is I want to set this guy up as well, as this is going to be for oak wood down the road. It's going to be a nice little storage setup as well for the oak wood, so yeah, it's good stuff. And we'll lock it. So this will be oak wood. We might have to set up an item conduit to pull it into the cyclic assembler, similar to what we had to do here. Actually, we will have to. I know that already. So I'll set that all up here off camera. But in the meantime, we need something else. So as you can see, this guy should pretty much be infinitely working now. Now that it is getting hose consistently, because that was my one problem that was slow, was the crafting of the hose. It pretty much has stone hose infinitely. It'll never run out. We have carbonate infinite, and we will at some point have trees infinitely as well. So a pretty smooth setup. Let me just make sure that this guy is configured properly. Blocked. Okay. Because we don't want him sending hose up here. Okay. So if I put a block on top of this, I don't want it to fill up with hose. Alright. That's basically what's going on there. Okay. So the last thing that I want to build this episode is something that I probably should have built a long time ago. And that is a bag of holding. Alright. It is time to get ourselves a nice little bag of holding. I am sick of and tired of having all the resources just all over the place. Alright, so let's get a little bit of gold. What else do we need? We need wool. A chest and a diamond. Alright, 1 diamond, 1 chest, and some wool. Well, we have a lot of string anyways. Somewhere here. I don't know where. There it is. We'll just take a stack. So much easier that way. Okay, and we'll make some wool. Good. So the golden bag of holding is a fantastic little block. Highly recommended. It's got a good size to it. And what we can do is we can store all of our extra goodies in there now, right? So a lot of the things that I like to store in there are things like extra buckets. Things like my dolly. Things like spare tools. Let's see. Shears, maybe. We can put those in there. Yeah, we'll put the extra torches in as well. The conduits, definitely. The transfer pipes, yeah. Angel block, yes. So, you know, just fill it up with a whole bunch of goodies. We'll put in the tesseracts. You know what? We'll throw in the wool. We can put the chisel, the hammer, the conduit bindings. All this stuff can basically go in our backpack now, instead of in our inventory. Alright, kind of clears up the inventory a whole bunch. I usually like to keep some glass in there. The conduit facades can go in there as well. Yeah, just a whole number of useful things. A stack of chess is another nice thing to have on hand for whenever you need it. There's just a ton of little stuff that you need, right? So, pretty good. Pretty nice stuff. Oh my god, you can make such a big Enderman farm. It's not even funny. Things like, as well, where's our divinations? Our divination sigil? That can go in there as well. It was fine in the chest, but, you know, one of those things, right? So, we basically fill it up. We get her more or less good to go. And we are kind of set. I think that's about it, though, guys. I do think that's going to be about it for this episode. We have done quite a bit, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, we haven't done a ton, but we've done quite a bit. And I think that this is just a good little wrapping up point for the episode, based on, you know, everything that we've done so far and all that kind of stuff. I think it's that time. So I'm going to work, I think, in the background. We're going to move over this other farm and reconfigure it. I want to get some more diamond crops, iron crops, just the whole kit and caboodle type thing. So we're going to reconfigure these farms. And outside of this first farm, the Minicio farm here, all the rest are going to have 4 different resources, okay? And yeah, other than that, that's going to be about it. The last thing that we're going to need is a farm for wood to keep those hoes going. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. I got to figure that out as well. So, nice clean inventory. We got our bag of holding, which we can sort beautifully, just like everything else in the game. And we've started placing some of these nice blocks down. Again, I wanted to stick with the gray because it is gray from everything I've seen. It's got a few brown tones and whatnot to it, but for the most part, it's gray. So I wanted to kind of keep with the overall same theme. So anyways, guys, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.